Sure. Well, our multiplayer experience is based on 8v8 players, Chaos Marines or Space Marines, and then we have two different types of game modes. One is Annihilation, which is like your traditional kind of frag match mode where you play as two teams, but it's really about getting as many kills as possible, and then the team with the most kills wins that mode. And then you also have Seize the Ground. Seize the Ground is all about capturing certain areas of the map, controlling those areas. Once you reach critical mass of controlling a few of those different areas, then you win versus the other team. So a little bit more strategic, a little bit more team orientated. The second one. We were planning to have co-op for a long time, but just the realities of getting the game ready for launch, building a new IP from scratch, co-op's just not unfortunately going to be part of the package for launch, but it is something that we are really looking at strongly for DLC and just trying to figure out when's the best timing to bring that out. Yeah, that's a good question. You start off as a tactical marine. That's the first one that you have. The other classes are locked out, and most of the content will obviously be locked out as well. We're really about giving you the tactical marine is kind of the quintessential marine. He's the most versatile, but he doesn't have things like jump packs, but he does have a melee weapon, he does have a ranged weapon, and he actually has the biggest selection as you start progressing and upgrading of ranged weapons. So we really gave you the traditional, third-person shooter kind of character to start with. Once you play with him for a while, I believe the next one you'll unlock is the Assault, or the Havoc, I think. And then that guy, that's when you start to get guys who have jump packs, who have stronger melee weapons. So they got like chainswords and power axes and thunder hammers and all that great stuff. And then you also have there's a heavy weapon class as well. It's the assault class, and those guys have the biggest, most powerful weapons, but they're a bit more slower. You can do things like you can set them up. There's a button which will actually place them almost like you're placing yourself like as a big heavy turret, which gives you more stability and stronger firepower on the enemy. Well, that's the challenge of multiplayer and latency and balancing those things. It's not physically possible to put all of those same level of mechanics in there. So we've taken it as far as we can in terms of we do have full interactive melee. You have two guys meleeing against each other. You have two guys chopping each other in half. It's just a step beyond what is technically feasible. So it's a technical limitation, not a desire limitation. We would have loved to have had that in there if we could have done.